What a
cool.
groovy intro.
I think so.
Courtesy of our one and only Franklin Bay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, anyway, as it said, we are the 86th, and over there is one of the 86, Johnny Vintage. Down there is the other 86, Franklin Bay, and somewhere in the stratosphere, here I am, Halloween Jack, your host of the 86. So, anyway, today was Johnny Vintage's pick, and in honor of Valentine's Day, he picked the film Hard Eyes, which Heart Eyes. You got to be careful how you say that. That's it's and a good choice as usual, Johnny. And of course, you picked it because of Valentine's Day. But is there any other reason this particular one?
Before I begin, let me thank Franklin again for making that nice professional intro. And for those that just didn't notice, we changed it. The name used to be the Unnamed Movie Review Show. Now it has a name, and it's the 86 Movie Review Show. We used the Unnamed, and we were forced onto another channel, and because we didn't have a name for it.
Actually, we had names, but we couldn't use them because they're polite.
There's some truth to that, yes. So going forward, we are the 86 Movie Review Show. And yeah. All right. Back to why I picked this film. I saw this in the theater last year, and I was quite surprised that I liked it because I'm not much into horror comedies. And this is a horror rom-com, and it oddly worked. I felt I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I'm like, well, let's pick it again this for Valentine's Day. Let me see if I really did like it, or maybe it was just a one-off. But I enjoyed it the second time I watched it too. Yeah, laughed out loud a few times, and that's good. Yeah, why pick some of the old faithful ones like My Bloody Valentine to watch on Valentine's Day? Let's do something new for a change.
Why do that? Yeah. All right. Well, Frankie, was this the first time you've seen this, or did you see it before? Or?
No, this was the first time seeing this. And to tell you the truth, when you guys told me it was like a slasher movie, I'm like, yeah, okay, but slasher movie's a slasher movie. This one was so much more. I really, really, really enjoyed this movie. It was a lot of fun. The characters, everything. I thought it was going to be like a lust-driven, like gore-fueled massacre, where I turned into like, and but it turned out to be half of that. You had the romance thing going, and the characters all worked together. I just really enjoyed it. So looking forward to seeing what everybody's take is on this.
Well, could this be the one instance where I'm going to be the naysayer of the group? No. Yeah, I saw this last year when it came out, and I agree with you guys. It's entertaining. I'm not much into. I just thought the rom-com part of it was too long at times, and there's a lot of references to other movies here, which I'll talk about later. But you got Mason Gooding, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son, and he was in Scream, not the original Scream, but the second Scream that they didn't call Scream 5 for some reason. They just decided to call it Scream and confused the hell out of everybody. But I mean, he was in 5 and then Scream 6, and I wasn't too crazy about his character in those films, but in this one, I really liked him. And who was the girl? Olivia Holt, I think the girl's name is. And I don't know. She's got that look that you've seen her in something before, but you can't remember what the hell it is, or if it's just somebody that looks like her. I'm with Vintage. I'm not big on horror comedies, though. I have to be honest with you. This kind of reminded me of Thanksgiving. The one that we saw too. It had elements of that, kind of in it too. It was like a funny. How can you say this when somebody's getting killed and it's gory, but it's funny? And this is what kind of reminded me of this. There's so many nods of different movies here, but we'll get into that. I'm going to start with you, Frankie. What did you really like about this film?
Okay, I did take notes on this. Well, like I was saying, it's a good thing the killer didn't wear like a full black mask and didn't have the heart eyes, but maybe wore a heart on his shirt, and then it would be the heart on killer instead of the heart eyes. I was like, wow, missed opportunity. but my first take and thing, of course, one of the things I really liked was the way it opened. I mean, well, not with the videography thing, because I thought, what the heck, what's this, a staged proposal? But it makes sense later as we go into it. But the first kill was pretty awesome. What was that, like a juicer or something like that, or where that girl was in it? And
that I don't know what that was supposed to be.
I like that a lot. Let's see, though it was a familiar slasher film setting, it's still the use of the characters and the side storylines, and I'm sorry, but the romantic comedy stuff, I think it all worked. I think it all balanced out really well. What I really like is the van scene was hilarious. But even that had some nice tender moments. I mean, they got somebody out there trying to kill them and killing everybody they come across, and they're having a little gee, I like you too kind of conversation while these other people are going at it in the back of the van. Crazy. But the ending, I loved the ending. It tricked you a couple of times thinking it was going to be over, and then something else happened, and then the very, very ending, her friend Monica, the little stunt she pulled, I thought that was pretty clever. The movie left me with a feeling good, even though a lot of people got killed. I felt really good. But even though I kind of predicted a lot of stuff, it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me that it was predictable, because they still kept it entertaining. There wasn't a part in the movie where I was kind of like, okay, I didn't look at the timer or any of that, just legitimately enjoyed it. And I'd have to say my favorite part probably was, just mostly the beginning, and there was something else, but I'll leave it because one of you guys will probably bring it up, so I'll move on.
All right, vintage.
Well, since I've been accused of stealing all your stuff, I'm going to let you go ahead of me this time.
Well, you don't have to do that.
I think it's only fair.
Yeah. Okay. I think what some of my favorite parts about it was the plotting killer. It was almost like a nod to Jason Voorhees to me, and the head cocking, or as we call it, the killer head cock.
Mm-hmm.
That's
that's also something.
It wasn't a hard on killer.
That's also something you can get from a prostitute. I want the killer head cock.
I mean, the kills were imaginative, and I like the whole scene inside the police station too. I mean, that again, this brings back nods to a lot of different things to me. Mm-hmm. I mean, the whole thing in the police station kind of reminded me of Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
That part, and I'm not saying that they were, doing that on purpose. Copying. I think it was just a nod to a lot of things, and especially like to Scream. The boyfriend getting carted off by the police and him standing there yelling at her again, Scream, like the boyfriend getting accused I hope I'm not taking any of your stuff, Vintage. I'm going to try really hard not to. But I have to say my most favorite part was the pink vibrator on the floor, because I thought to myself, what is this, a WNBA game? And somebody's tossing. But no, I enjoyed this, and I always liked these films for the mystery factor about you got to try and guess who the killer is, and I'll save some of that for later, because that might be part of my least favorite parts. But all right, Vintage, you're up, and thank you for letting me go first. That was very, very nice of you.
Hey, need to switch it up every once in a while. This movie was really fresh to me. This is something I didn't anticipate. I came out of the theater thinking, wow, I really like that. I was just, and again, it like Frank says, he felt good at the end, even though all these people died. But hey, Favorite parts. I obviously I like the tire iron where he sticks it to the guy's face and then slams the girl's head on top of it, and then you see Gate look through the back of her head out of her mouth. I thought that was pretty interesting. The kill scene at the end where the detective gets pushed up on the sword and she's hitting there, and then her body just starts to drip away from her head as she gets decapitated.
Which she foreshadowed her own death.
Absolutely, yeah.
Think about it. Well, a couple things were foreshadowed like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I like those scenes. I mean, I've got other notes. I'm just seeing if there's other things. Yeah, I just kind of really liked it, and like I said earlier, you like the dildo scene, and I look at it, I'm like, and how can I compete with something that size? I just, seems unfair.
I just love how she had the guy in the room, and all of a sudden she looks and she zooms right in. I'm like, oh god.
But it's funny when you mention about being like Jason at one point, and that chasing when they're going through the vineyards. Some of that music sounds like Jason Chase music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did note that, but yeah. Anyway, I've got other things that we could discuss later. But
I thought it was Batman at first because with all the tech and the gear and the precision, I was like, wow, who's the killer? Batman? Like, this is Batman.
Yeah,
he had to have real precision to take a machete and shove it through a camera lens out the back of the camera.
And believe me, my wife being a photographer, that's what she said. She goes, she goes, that's a little bit impossible to do. I said, yeah, but that was a cool kill, though. I mean, how else would you kill a photographer? Instead of jamming it right through his face. But all right, well, let's talk about least favorite parts. I'll give it to you, Vintage. You can go first.
No, I don't want to take your stuff. Trust me.
No, go ahead.
Definitely leave me for last, but okay.
It is Valentine's Day, huh?
Yes. Let's not fight.
Okay, so when he stuck the ring in the strawberry, and it, that idea in itself seems really bad. I mean, hey, she could bite into it, she could chip her tooth, she can swallow the ring, and then you have to wait till she has to poop it out to get it back. And then you're putting a chewed up strawberry coated ring on her finger to propose. I don't know. That just seemed kind of stupid. But like I said, it's funny, but it's dumb. When the girl's running away from the killer, and the guard says, you can't be in here, whatever, and he's chasing me or whatever, killing, and the guy he has got a gun, and then I forget what did he shot the guard. She had time to pick up that gun and shoot him. She didn't have to run away. She could just reach down and picked up the guy's gun and shot him. But hey, those headbutts, you felt those, right? When they first met. I mean, literally, I felt like, ow. And then they did it a second time. I'm like, ow. It's that sickening thud because we've all been there at some point. It was a little bit realistic. I should probably save some of these notes. I don't know what I'm doing. Why start now?
Well, I'll tell you what, the thuds you were talking about were also like the footsteps. His footsteps, those heavy footsteps. I mean, that's what a sound effect that was. I was like, wow.
The girl leaves her keys in the dressing room, and her idea is to break out the windows. Does that apartment building not have somebody in maintenance that has keys to get in?
Really?
And then you're going to bust a glass. And it just, get a rock. Just throw the damn rock. Why use your body part?
I do what I used to do. Just buzz and eventually somebody opens the door for you because they're like, for God's sakes.
Anyway, it's just nitpicky stuff, and she's like, she didn't have any neighbors she could have called. She doesn't know anybody in that building besides herself. I mean, okay, the police station. All right. First off, this takes place in Seattle. Okay, Seattle. And you got a police station with 3 people manning the damn thing? All right. And then the lights go out. Okay, it's a police station. Is there not an emergency generator somewhere in this place?
Black.
It seems like very poor planning. in Seattle. um, yeah, which I actually, that scene sort of reminded me of the understaffed hospital in Halloween too. um,
Yeah.
as a throwback, that kind of bit there. I don't. Oh, and I guess a complaint for me is that it is a shitty drive-in. Okay, there's no tears. You're right behind another car, and so anyway. And at some point, it looked like the cars were facing the wrong direction, but I could have looked at that wrong. But
Yeah, they probably filmed it in a Walmart parking lot.
yeah, probably so. And the other thing, and this is something common in a lot of movies I've noticed at certain points where they use candles to light everything. All right, there are so many damn candles in the church, and you're thinking, okay, so the guy brings the guy in and ties him up, and then he spends a half hour fucking lighting candles for this scene because there's just so many, and then they follow the guy at the one point and burn him. But there's no really, I'm just nitpicking. I don't really have a whole lot of faults at all with this. It's just some common sense things, but it kind of plays into the whole movie itself. I just really enjoy it. So I've rambled on. Knock yourselves out.
And see, you didn't pick one thing that I was going to say. So there.
So maybe you should go next because I might name them all.
All right. I mean, if you want, I mean, to be honest with you, again, I just didn't like. Not that I didn't like that it was kind of a horror rom-com. I just thought that the rom-com went on too long in the beginning. And I understand that we're trying to establish everything and get everything set up. And geez, what the hell was with her boss? Didn't she look like Cruella DeVille?
Yeah, I thought
the gray streaks and the red shirt, and was that what they were trying to make her look like?
Or what's The Devil Wears Prada?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Which number 2 is coming out? It's not that we'll ever have that on this channel. I'm just saying.
Hey, I could surprise you.
Oh, please no. I just, the thing with the cops being called Hobbs and Shaw too, that's like,
yeah.
I guess that could always be my favorite part though. You know, them no, we didn't see that movie. That was actually pretty funny. I think just some of the obvious things, and one of them was when they locked the killer in the room and they're each standing on the side of the door, and you knew what was coming. You know, you knew that knife was going to come through the door, and they're just standing there casually. That's, I mean, but that's with a lot of things. Like you were saying, why didn't they pick up the gun? Why didn't they? You know, it's like, I have to say one thing: in the drive-in when they killed them, they do what most people don't do in a horror movie. They unmasked them because usually people walk away. How many times did they do that with Ghostface? Okay. And at least they made sure he was dead. You know, the guy in the drive-in. So,
not to pause you for a second, I did have a note on your apartment thing. I put a note, don't rest, run. Why did they do it? Because the guy on the other side of the door. And here's my question. All right, if they had to bust a window to get into the apartment and get in the apartment, and she's treating, how did the killer get into the apartment?
Good question.
How did he get there before they got there? Right?
Well, maybe he went to the maintenance guy. You know,
maybe he is the maintenance guy. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just had those, and continue on, HJ.
No, that's you know, that's it for me for now. I mean, Frankie.
Well, before. Again, the same thing. There's not too many things I could nitpick. If I had to, before, you know, as I was watching the movie, was the cops, Hobbs and Shaw. They were kind of annoying and too dumb in the beginning. But as the movie was going along, oh god, here we go. Yoko is Hobbs.
They are a little.
Yeah, now they're even more annoying. I was more concerned about getting the dates and stuff like that, and I thought that was potential getting too silly, but then as we saw, you know, like I mentioned, the killer was more like Batman with precision, so you knew it either had to be military or a police trained, so you knew it had to be a cop, and I was surprised, but that's the only thing I could really, you know, some of the lines may have been just a little too much or fall short. But other than that, no, it was great. Back to we were talking about, shout outs to other movies. Did you see the one for The Crow? When she walks into the church, it's the overhead shot, like when Brandon
Oh
Lee
yeah.
Okay.
Oh
and,
wow.
and
No,
so they
I never
did that, and I was like,
that.
definitely. I was like, wow, that's just like The Crow. I think like two shots. I think opening and the overhead shot.
And almost a homage to Tim Burton's Batman when Batman goes into church after the
Yeah.
Joker.
Yes. Yeah. Just wasn't a lot of things I could really, complain about. So I don't really have too many griefs about it. There was a couple of lines in this movie that really got me going, that cracked me up. One is just, I think the cop said, there's still 10 more hours of Valentine's to kill or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And then when Monica, the friend, saw a picture of, the main guy, she's like, my basement just flooded.
Yeah, I did write that down. Yeah.
Never heard that. I'm like, Jesus.
Sorry, folks. I had to.
Did you hear that comment, HJ?
No, I'm sorry. What was
It's
it?
worth repeating, Frank. Go ahead.
What was it, Frank?
Monica, when she saw a picture of what's his name, the main guy, she's like, my God, it's like my basement just flooded. It's like, Jesus.
Didn't the guy, the male cop, say something about a pain in the balls, and then that's how he wound up getting?
Oh,
So that was foreshadowing too.
yeah, that was
You
horrible.
got it right in the right in there.
I liked how she kept telling the killer, "We're not together."
Yeah, but each time he'd be like,
like that was the reason, that he was going after him. But I think the only other thing is, I've from watching a lot of, not even just these movies, but watching a lot of police shows and stuff like that. There's always this simple philosophy with me, is when they show a character in the beginning and they only show that character for a few minutes, he's going to pop up again. And when he was trying to hit on her, the one that turned out to be the killer,
IT guy,
trying to hit on her, I knew. I mean, I'm not any great genius, but I'm telling you, I knew, that he's.
You're absolutely right, and there's usually, because you think even when they show that little thing, I'm like, he's involved somehow. But when they finally killed him in the drive-in and they took the mask off, and we're looking at him, and they said what we were thinking, like, who the hell's that?
Yeah,
I haven't seen this guy in the movie yet, And that was a twist. I was like, wow, this is the first.
That nobody knew who he was, but the guy that turned out to actually be the killer at the end was that tech guy.
Or one of them.
That real nerdy guy in the beginning that was trying to hit on her. Well, and another thing that I'm not sure about is, I think the male police officer said something about it being a woman, or it couldn't be a woman, or something like that.
Yeah.
And that kind of threw me to, okay, I thought they were kind of making it too obvious, but I knew it was really obvious when they were in the drive and everything's over. And again, I wasn't looking at the time to see how much time was left, because I didn't like it. I just thought, oh, okay, this is the end. And then I clicked on the time, and there was like 30 minutes left. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, what's this, Stranger Things?
And then when the female cop was insisting she was going to give him a ride home, I didn't suspect her in the beginning, so it took to the end.
Yeah,
but I knew that other guy was part of it too. Was she? I don't know. Did they ever make it clear? I mean, did she ever dress up as the killer, or it was just the two guys? I mean,
didn't she say she almost had him in the apartment? Yeah,
she did.
It was her in the apartment.
That in the beginning, that it might be a woman.
Yeah, because I mean, the guy that was with her, or that was her husband, right? Didn't she say they got married in that church? The the two killers. I thought she said something about that. That was her husband. He wasn't that big of a guy either.
Yeah.
So that suit must have been, padded up or whatever.
Well, bulletproof and gear, and like it's very military, very like high tech stuff. It was fun.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. Are we up to rating this already? We have anything else to say?
I don't know. Rating, final thoughts, and
Wow.
Maybe something else.
Excuse me. All right. Well, then I'm going to start with you, Vintage, since you picked it.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
get ready.
you know, the reason this one is kind of a shorter episode, it's hard to pick anything apart on this movie. I feel,
Yeah.
Some of the things you could pick apart though is like her ad campaign for diamonds was kind of bad. I mean, let's
So
just be,
clever the way
let's
they
be
did
honest. And it's coming up on Valentine's Day, and you're killing your lovers, and it's supposed to be a ode to the other movies like Bonnie and Clyde and Romeo and Juliet. But this is a bad ad campaign. Come on, let's just be serious. And then you're gonna fly this guy in to help turn around your ad campaign, but he's got to fly out the next morning. It does seem like there should be more of a time crunch, to get together. We'll get together at dinner, and all this don't work out well. We'll get together on the phone. You're flying out the next morning. How much damn time you got to come up with a new ad campaign? Anyway, just nitpicky stuff. I love the cheesiness in it, like when she's at the bar waiting on him, and she sees him, and it has that cheesy music playing in the background, and it just kind of played into the rom-com, and it just worked. This is something that shouldn't work, but it worked. Chances are there'll be a sequel and it won't work, but who knows? Anyway, I really like this movie, and if I'm going to rate it, I'm going to rate it a 9 because it's so unique. It's its own thing, and I can't. There's nothing to compare it to. It's just it's something that shouldn't work. It worked, and I really enjoyed it both times, a year apart from seeing it, and so I'm giving it a 9.
All right, solid 9. How about you, Frankie?
Yeah, right. It's solid.
No.
I just love feeding you guys the straight lines. Yeah.
Only reason I wouldn't go higher is because despite that I enjoyed it, and you're right, Vintage. It was like what shouldn't have worked, but it did. It surprised me. It really surprised me. I mean, I could have walked away if it was just a regular, horror movie or slasher movie that checked all the boxes, but this one checked all kind of different boxes, ones you weren't expecting to be even included. So I would give it a higher rating if, despite all that, something just, if there was a sequel, I just don't feel, I feel like this is done, one and done. I don't feel the need to follow up more with the characters. I enjoyed the characters in the story, but just enough. It's just enough. I don't need seconds. I don't need dessert. Just enough. But I definitely give this an 8.5 because I really, really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you got. Yeah, what was with the Pokemon onesie? What was that? What did I miss with that? Did you catch that? They were in the apartment, and she was wearing. Wasn't there a picture of her wearing a Pokemon onesie?
As a kid, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, was that Halloween?" She's like, "No, it was Tuesday. I used to always dress up."
Yeah. I mean, there was, and again, there was good lines like that in there.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only drawback for me with the whole thing was I just felt it kind of moved a little slow in the beginning, and well, it started off with a bang, of course, or a stab, I should say, in the beginning. But then the setup to me was just a little too long. I mean, I would give it higher points if it wasn't for that, because again, I wasn't bored. The banter back and forth with them, and it was like a rom-com. It was good, but then when it picked up, and it was just like a steamroller after that. The police station, everything. Other than well, I shouldn't say this, that to me it was obvious who the killer was. So I mean, I have to take a point off for that, but I will add another point in for the pink vibrator. So yeah, I'm going to give this a 9. I'm going to give it a 9. Yeah, it was absolutely entertaining, and I mean, I wouldn't mind a sequel to it. Like I said, this reminded me a lot of Thanksgiving, which we did at Thanksgiving. and I'd like to see a sequel to both of them. To be honest with you, see what they would do with it.
I think we're getting one for Thanksgiving. I think.
Yeah, they've said
I
that
haven't
for a
heard one
while.
for Hard Eyes yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to these. You know, as long as it doesn't go, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Or maybe they can do another holiday. Same
Like
same crew of people, but different.
what holidays are left?
Oh well, St. Patty's Day. We can do the Leprechaun series.
Arbor Day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! All right. Well, let's get to our final thoughts here, Frankie. I'll go with you first.
Huh. I kind of pretty much covered that when I did my review, but I just really enjoyed it. There were a lot of little touches. I kind of liked when the guy's phone rang. I think it was Daft Punk that was on his phone.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And then when the guy is mad, it's in the beginning. He says, "I'll end you on Yelp."
And I'm not even on Yelp.
And I like the metal straw. I knew somehow that was going to end up being a thing, at the end. Like it's going to be the thing that would save her life or something. But I thought Crystal Kane, the CEO, I think she reminded me of a Julia Louis-Dreyfus type. But I really enjoyed the characters. There weren't any stars, but like you said, some of them looked very familiar. Like you know them somewhere. I think they were all good actors for the type of movie it was. They didn't try to take it too seriously, and they gave it the proper attention. They knew what they were doing. They were having fun. They knew what they were making, and they delivered. And it's pretty bold to tackle a horror rom-com, but they did it, and congratulations. I don't feel I was insulted by the director. I feel like it was a gift. So kudos. And actually raised mine to 9. That was my original score, and that's what it should be. So straight 9.
So it was a Valentine's gift.
That's not what I meant, but upside down at 666.
Hey, it's one of the few times. Actually, the last time we all agreed, it was another movie that got 9s. Was Fat Man. It got all 9s. Yeah.
Oh wow,
That's a great movie. I love
it. Vintage. Your final thoughts?
Well, if you're in the horror movies and you enjoy horror comedies, and even if you're into rom-coms and not horror movies, watch this one anyway.
It's the wrong.
It's just enjoyable. Okay, that's what you want out of a movie. You want something to take you away for 90 minutes or however, and forget how long it's taking, and you're like, wow, and it gets you invested in the characters, which for some horror movies is real difficult. Usually you got 1 or 2, and then the rest that you don't hear much from. They're all going to be bodies by the end of the movie. And I appreciate the twist at the end of the fact that they're technically 3 killers in this movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I please give it a shot if you haven't. But I mean, if you're real squeamish, then I guess you can not watch it. But if you're into horror at all, it is definitely worth a watch. It'll surprise you.
I'll have a heart. Just watch it.
Yeah, and if you're into original kills, like creative kills, I should say, again, just like Thanksgiving. That's you're sitting there laughing at these people getting. I mean, the girl getting crushed at the beginning. That was
the face,
but the look on her face, and then all of a sudden her eyes bulged out. That was funny. I have to admit, I laughed at that. But
me too.
And then the female cop was in there investigating. She climbed into this muck, and
I was waiting to see her eat corn chips or something while she was in there, because it was no big deal.
Yeah, and I know we already said our least favorite parts, but that was the only part that when she was, interrogating the guy, when the female cop, how obvious could she be, about, it was just like really bizarre. But then again, it was supposed to be comedy, so I guess it is supposed to be bizarre. I agree with all you. This was, everybody should give this a watch. I'm glad that you picked it, Vintage, and it's funny because I remember watching it, but I didn't remember a lot about it. It was just one of those things. I guess I watched it once and haven't watched it since. But I'm glad to revisit it because sometimes you got to give these things a second chance. And looking at it the second time, I thoroughly enjoyed it more than the first time. Oh, we got a visitor.
Well, ironically, the next pick for the 86 is yours also, HJ. So not only do we get to watch our renamed Gorf show, the Retrobution next week, where we're watching the Night Stalker. The following week, we'll be back with the 86 movie review show, and it will also be HJ's pick. So
Ooh.
We won't force him to pick now. We'll give him to next week and let him decide.
Well, it's funny, as we were talking, I had something in mind, and it just went right out of my mind, and it'll come back to me.
Yeah.
So
now, with the new opening, we had Jenny doing the opening, and she was a little upset. So before we begin, I have to post this. So we don't want to offend anybody. So if people that are offended by strong language or kids around, I seen the video. And I felt the pain, and so I just want to put this up ahead of time. So without further ado, here, let's see if we get. Are you ready, Jenny? Ready for what? Okay.
Oh.
What do you think? What do you mean, what do I think? Well, it's the new intro for the show. New intro? I thought I was the announcer. Well, we say you a little bit more professional, Jenny. What? Are you fucking telling me you're 86ing me? The 86 or 86 me? You son of a bitch. Ow, quit. You motherfucker, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Ah, you stupid fuck. I can't believe you never checked at me. Jesus, Jenny, stop. Fuck. God damn it. Stop. You motherfuckers. I will fuck you all up. You sons of bitches. I'm gonna tear you a new one. Motherfucker, what am I supposed to do now? We got other plans for. Fuck you! Fuck you!
I'm waiting to see blood go splurting.
Bastard. Got what he deserved. Fuckers.
I thought you would still come after the intro.
I wasn't very happy. Yeah.
Well, maybe we can give her an outro. We never ever had a formal outro, so let her.
It is funny you mentioned that.
Here it comes.
Yeah. Well, okay. I was gonna play it after we said our guys. I'll go ahead and do it now. Well, thank you for joining us tonight on our episode of the 86th movie review show, going over The Night Stalker. So, please hang on. Let me start it over. There's you at 7.
For the visually impaired.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight on our episode of the 86th movie review show, going over Hard Eyes. Please join us again next week when we will do our new show, The Retrobution. To watch along show, we'll be watching The Night Stalker. So, please come back next Thursday at 7 and join us then. Y'all have a good night. See you next week.
Well, there's not much more I could add to that, can I? That was very cool. So
thanks everybody that was watching tonight and who was watching after the live broadcast. And we appreciate everyone that's watched and all the channels that we've been on that you hosts that have been nice enough to put us on their YouTube channels or Facebook pages. And I'll be posting a link of those later once this video is done. So.
All right. So not much more to say except that we're the 86. We had a great time. Like we said, we recommend watch Hard Eyes, and we're going to see you next week with the Night Stalker. So everybody have a great weekend and a great Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Friday the 13th also.
And happy, let's not forget that. Oh
boy.
Peace out.
Peace out.